Hello everyone, it's Leo and it's time to talk about episode 10 from You and Idol PreCure. And can you believe we are already 10 episodes in this amazing season? I can't believe it. Time goes by so fast. And since I am loving this every week, it's such a powerful experience to me. It goes by even faster. And let me just say, this episode did not look very good. And usually we have this in the Aoyama episodes, even though Aoyama is a legend. This one was not an Aoyama episode, and it didn't really look good, but how good was it? I loved it. And one thing I'm loving about You and Idol, and I've been loving this in the last few seasons, is the ability of the seasons or the narratives to work with every character. This was mostly a Kokoro episode. It is her time to build her confidence. She built her confidence as Kokoro, and now she needs to build her confidence as Kyu Kyun Kyun. She thinks she is not on the same level as the other girls, and I think that creates some funny scenarios in certain moments. But it is time for her to understand that Kyu Kyun Kyun is clearly on the same level as the other two. At least that's what the other two believe, and she doesn't. So this is the premise of the episode. And the other premise is that the girls are going to record their songs into an album. And it's very nice because when Tanaka appeared and we saw that there was this house, there's this Kiraki Land branch in our land in Hanamichi Town, I was like, why do they need a second base? Because Cafe Glitter is already their hanging spot from the season. And why do they need another place? And now I understand. That is for the idol and the cure shenanigans, because they cannot do it as civilians, because as civilians, they're not idols. They are idols as cures. And so they start recording. We have Cure Wink going by first. And it's very nice that she just performs. And I was really believing that she was going to play the piano in her performance. I feel like she did not have to do that because she was just recording her voice. The instrumental was already recorded. But it was nice knowing that she was practicing the piano the day before. Her dad was watching. We also have Kura Idol or Uta training on the day before as well for the performance. Cure Wink recorded with no issue. She is very centered. She is a very centered character, but I feel like there are nuances to her character that are very interesting. We're going to get there into other moments, other scenes of the episode. And then we have Kyu Kyun Kyun recording. And when Kokoro arrives on the day of the recording, she tells the girls that she could not even sleep at night because she probably was very nervous, very anxious about this moment. And when she gets to the recording booth, she can't do anything. And girl, that was funny. I was like feeling for her, but I couldn't stop laughing. The scene was amazing. How I laughed at that scene. It was amazing. And the visuals were so nice when she turned into that purple blob. Oh my goodness, how I loved that. And then we have Kura Idol recording because Kyu Kyun Kyun could not record. And Kura Idol, she just got another mic. She's like, I'm going to perform with this mic right here. And she delivered a huge, nice performance. She really is able to showcase her talent and her passion for singing through her voice, through music, and through performing. And she did it easily. And everyone could see how strong of a performer she is. And while she was performing, we had Wink and Kyun Kyun. And Kyun Kyun was watching, like taken aback because she was admiring Kure Idol's performance. She was admiring her ability. And then Kure Wink gets her hand. Kure Wink winks at her and says, here's a little magic spell to help you. She was rooting for Kyu Kyun Kyun because Kyu Kyun Kyun had to go there and record her song again. Kokoro Revolution, come on. And then while she's going and Kure Idol is coming back, there is a little high five between both of them. And Kure Idol tells her, just have fun. And after watching both of the performances and after being cheered on by her idols, Kure Idol and Kure Wink, Kyu Kyun Kyun was able to deliver the performance. She was a little bit nervous at the start. We could see by her body language, but she could record, and the recording was done nicely. I loved this little part of the episode. It was so endearing, and it's so nice to see a little bit more of the Kyuers as idols as well. I'm really liking this aspect of this season. And then on the next day, when Kokoro is at school, she sees the new poster of the research club. It's just Cure Idol and Cure Wink in pictures, but Cure Kyun Kyun's name is already written there. And then Mikoto appears and she starts telling that she really wants to meet Cure Kyun Kyun. And Kokoro was like, no, you don't want to meet her. She is not on the same level as the other two. Why is her name here? Girl, are you secretly a hater of Cure Kyun Kyun? If I were Mikoto, I would be very pissed. I would be pissed, baby. I'd be like, girl, don't say it like that. Because obviously they don't know she is Cure Kyun Kyun. But then Mikoto has a different reaction. She keeps on talking about the fact that she met Cure Idol before. And when she met Cure Idol, it was a really amazing moment. It was a truly powerful and defining moment for Mikoto as a fan. And now she really wants to meet Cure Kyun Kyun and also Cure Wink, which are the two Cures that she didn't meet before. And then she says that she saw on the internet that they're going to release a CD. So, she hopes that this is an opportunity for a handshake event. And then the CD is ready. And girl, the CD is very pretty. It's basically the same CD that is being sold, the same cover that is being sold on the regular CD, on the debut single from the Idol PreCure. And this is the name of the group. Idol PreCure. Very simple, very direct, very straight to the point. And while the girls are looking, Kokoro raises the idea of them doing a handshake event to celebrate this release. And then she explains what a handshake event is and how important a handshake event is for idols and also the fans. I have been to a handshake event before, from an idol group called Juice Juice and also Wasta. I went to both. I mean, Wasta was a meet and greet. We didn't shake hands. We took a picture. And with Juice Juice, we actually shook hands. And girl, it is really an amazing moment. It's a very, very nice experience, truly. And Kokoro is the one who's always bringing the idol universe aspect to the show. She is the one who is a fan. She understands the concepts and she is bringing it, she's explaining it to people, to the audience and to the other characters as well. So they're doing two things in one. I like it a lot. And we get to a very funny scene of like after they decided to do, before that, let me just say something about Nana. When the girls are talking about the possibility of a handshake event, Uta gets very excited. Nana, she is like, that would make me a little nervous, but I'm up for it. And I love this aspect of Nana's character because she is not someone who would overreact to things like Kokoro does, but she is battling, like her battle is more against herself. Like she gets nervous before recording, before fighting, before doing a handshake event, but she overcomes it quietly. And I must say that after I became an adult, I feel like I can understand that more. That is how I maneuver through life. I get nervous, I get anxious over certain specific situations, but I, inside myself, try to battle that quietly. So I really like this aspect of Nana's character that I think I see myself in. And that makes me identify myself with Nana, and I like it. I like it a lot. I was not expecting that, and I love it. Really, really love it. And then we get to the very funny scene of Kokoro taking Purirun to her house just for them to spend the whole night training handshake. How do you train handshake with Purirun? Girl, what? I love that. That is so random. And then the event is confirmed and we get to the villain side of things. Girl, I'm sorry, but I am loving those villains so much. Team Chokiri, I love you. So Cuddy is cutting his fingernails. And, he is trying to play it off. He's trying to play it cool. But it's clear that he's doing that to prepare himself for the Handshake event as well. Because he is what? A huge fan. He is a huge fan of the idol Cures, especially Cure Idol. And Zakuri is there making fun of him. But girl, he's ready to go. And he does. He does go to see the event. And before we talk about the event and the sequence of events of this episode, it's time for another Idol Corner. In today's Idol Corner, we'll talk about Cho Tokimeki Sendenbu. Formed in 2015 as Tokimeki Sendenbu, the group was reborn in 2020 as Cho Tokimeki Sendenbu. This group's concept is to sing to promote pounding hearts. Very kyun, isn't it? And they do it in the best way possible. Tokisen, as they're called, is a group full of energy and cuteness, which is something that is shown in their songs, visuals, and performances. Visually, it's a group that's almost always color-coded, with each member wearing her color proudly. On stage, they always deliver gorgeous performances, full of personality and idolness. They sing the first ending of Himitsu no Aipri Season 2, a very cute song called Himitsu no Fufufu. Cho Tokimeki Sendenbu song recommendations are Happy Love Blue, Sekai de Ichiban Idol, my particular favorite song, Yuragi Love, and the huge hit, Saijo Kyu ni Kawaii no. Cho Tokimeki Sendenbu is such an amazing group, and I really wanted to bring them here because I love their songs. So it is time to enjoy Cho Tokimeki Sendenbu or Tokisen a little bit. And after the events of the villain side, we see Kokoro getting ready to get to the event, and then she meets a little girl. The little girl falls down and, her mom comes to help. But before that, she learns that that girl is actually a Kyu Kyun Kyun fan. Both the little girl and her mother. And that was a very cute scene and also another defining moment for Kokoro because it just goes to show that she has value as Kyu Kyun Kyun for the fans and for the people who like the idol PreCure. It's not just Wink and Idol. Kyu Kyun Kyun is also valued. She also has fans. Even though she doesn't understand, she has value as Kyu Kyun Kyun. And while they're getting ready for the Handshake event, we see Kaito appearing. He does a very brief appearance in this episode. I think that they're trying to make the audience remember that he is there. I feel like he is going to have some sort of importance later down in the series because I really don't see another reason for him to appear in this episode. It was a very brief scene. It did not really connect with anything. So I feel like that is what they're trying to do with Kaito's character. And then the girls transform. And girl, why didn't they already come as Cures? They transformed in that very dangerous place. Oh my god. And then the Handshake event starts. I absolutely love it. So we have one girl who is the first one to come to be the first to give them a handshake. Kyu Kyun Kyun is the first one. Cure Idol is in the middle and Cure Wink is the last. And with this girl, we see all of them interacting with her. So we start with Kyu Kyun Kyun. Kyun Kyun cannot really interact much. The girl's already very happy with Kyun Kyun's interaction. And then when she gets to Cure Idol does the kirakilala with her. It is crazy. The girl gets super happy. And when it gets to Cure Wink winks at her. Very sweet. And the girl almost dies of amazement. And this is really how it goes. Like, you get so happy when you are able to go through a handshake event and, meet your favorite idol. I remember with the Juice event that I went to, I was wearing a Cure Fortune t-shirt. It was 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And I was wearing this Cure Fortune t-shirt 2017. And some of them screamed, PreCure, when they saw my t-shirt. I was so happy. It's just like very fast. But, those little moments, they stay with you for a long time. And it's just magical. It's just really magical. And at the same time, we have Cuddy. And Cuddy is there. He is trying to fight the Kirakira, because he wants to be. He secretly wants the CD. He says it's because of research. We know the truth, baby. You are a fan. You are a wata. And Cure Idol is your Oshi. And then he puts on sunglasses. He is trying his best, but he can't. It is too much Kira for him. And I wonder if this is a little bit of an insight on the villains, because we have Cuddy not being able to deal with the Kira. It's not that he was angry about it. It's not that he didn't want to be around it. It felt like he could not hold back. It was too much for him. So maybe they cannot be around those intense emotions. And then he throws his sunglasses up. He creates a Makuranda with the little girl and her mother. And the idol PreCure are there ready to fight. And when the fight starts, Kyu Kyun goes running and she wants to, battle. She wants to be fast. She wants to save them. And it's not that easy. Obviously, the Makuranda tries to spew CDs at her. We have Cure Wink with the Wink barrier. And girl, she's lace. For now, 100% of the Wink barriers worked. That is how you do a shield, baby. Gorgeous, Cure Wink. We love it. And then we get to understand that Kyun was desperate, but she feels like she is not as good as the others. She's not as good as Cure Idol. She's not as good as Cure Wink. At least that's how she feels. And then Cure Idol, trying to cheer her up, starts saying that, she is on the same level. She might even be surpassing them. And then she starts talking about her actual qualities. She's able to run very fast. And Kyu Kyun's like, am I? And Idol's like, can't you? Aren't you fast? And then that is something that is true about Kyu Kyun. She's very agile in battle. And that we can see in the previous battles. After she became Kyun, we could see how agile she is. And then both of the Cures start talking about things that Kyu Kyun did or Kokoro did that really changed the landscape of the idol PreCure. The handshake event on this episode only happened because of Kokoro. Kokoro is the one who has ideas, who has creativity, and who knows about idols, and she is pushing them forward. The things that they have been doing lately are because of Kokoro. So Kokoro is the reason why they had the sleepover at Uta's house. She's the reason why they had the handshake event. So she is already impacting and molding the idol PreCure as well. And so she gets happy and they get ready for battle once again. And the technique that they have created is kind of nice, using their agility again and confusing the Makuranda a little bit for Cure Wink to do a kick. And girl, I love how Cure Wink is able to kick. She kills it. Every single battle she is kicking. And I love it. Girl, Cure Wink is slaying. I feel like I'm opening up more to Nana. I'm loving Nana way too much. And then Kyun defeated with Kokoro Revolution, and Makuranda is gone. Everything is fine. And she is finally able to do a little handshake with her little fan, with that child and her mother. They're very happy to meet Kyun. And one thing I did not mention is that Kokoro's catchphrase, Kokoro kyun shitemasu, is something that she says a lot. And this now was the time for the little child to tell her that. And that made Kokoro extremely happy, or Kyun Kyun extremely, extremely happy. And one thing I'm loving about it is how much the cures are part of this season. It's not just for battles. They are cures for way more things. And I'm loving this. And one last thing I want to say about this episode is that I like the fact that the idol side of You and Idol PreCure is with the cures. I love idols and I love lots of idol groups, but I do know that the idol industry is very problematic. There are lots of problems inside this universe, and sometimes I feel like PreCure is very intelligent while dealing with certain topics that they don't want to touch upon, because there are certain things about the idol industry that I feel like very young children shouldn't be susceptible to when it comes to TV. And I feel like keeping the idol universe in a magical universe, in the magical side of things, is the best choice that they can make. Because there are certain things that they don't touch upon very much. For example, in Wonderful, they didn't touch much upon animal abuse or the lots of problems that exist with animals and extinctions and such. We had one plot that was related to that, but it was more about the friendship, not really a societal problem, an environmental problem. So I feel like they're able to stray away of certain topics that are hard to talk about. And next episode, 3 Makurandas, and it seems the queen, Chokirine, will attack. Girl, I'm so ready. I am so ready for Uta, for Chokirine, for a fierce battle. Trio Dreams is coming. I cannot wait. Anyways, babies, this was my view on episode 10 from You and Idol PreCure. Please leave your comment in the comment box. Let's keep talking about it. Anyways, babies, just want to say a huge thank you to all of the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member here on YouTube, if you're a member on Patreon, if you support me on Throne, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye!